John Sheshka dedicates his book Math Curse to his nieces and nephews. He says, if the sum of my nieces and nephews equals 15 and their product equals 54, and I have more nephews than nieces, how many nephews and how many nieces is this book dedicated to? When many adults read this to children, even they might not be sure. How many nieces and how many nephews are there? The math equations in Sheshka's example are simple, but what might stump adults is the vocabulary. If you've forgotten what sum, the result of an addition problem, and product, the result of multiplying, mean, you can't solve the problems, even though you can do the math. Children can face the same obstacle. Sometimes the reason they don't do well in math is not because they don't understand the numbers, but because they don't understand the words. It's important to make sure that children have the vocabulary that will help them as they continue learning mathematics. What are some important math words for young children, and how can we demonstrate what those words mean? Position words. Above and below. This could include words like on top of and underneath. You could take a toy and put it on top of a blanket and then under a blanket and describe what you're doing. Next to. When you ask a child to get something, use vocabulary words like, please bring me the blue cup that is next to the red one. Before, after. It's Lily's turn before yours, and you'll be right after her. Inside, outside. The doll is inside the toy chest, but the teddy bear is outside of it. Behind. In front of. That boy is behind the door. Let's find the blue block that's in front of the tower you built. When children are counting, use the words more, less, or fewer, and be clear about equal or the same. Julian has fewer buttons on his coat than Mario does. Give out the graham crackers so that everyone has the same number. Other vocabulary words to use with children include all, some, and none. If you're working with older children who are doing number sentences, be sure that you think of the equal sign as indicating that everything on one side of the equal sign has the same value as everything on the other side of it. Too often, teachers and parents give children the idea that the equal sign means and the answer is. This will cause problems when children get to algebra, so do them a favor and think about a balance scale when you talk about the equal sign. Highlight geometric shapes: circles, squares, triangles, rectangles, hexagons. Include three-dimensional shapes like cubes, cones, cylinders, and spheres. We don't want to drill children on vocabulary, but we do want to use it intentionally. When children are familiar with math words, it's easier for them to do math problems when they are in school and beyond. Take every opportunity you can to incorporate math words into the day's activities, and the children in your care won't see math as a mysterious curse, but as empowering and fun.